Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? This is Frank Perine. This is Mf3 Showcase, the Boneyard Edition. Hey, so today I wanted to actually do some Boneyard stuff. I know that my boneheads out there kind of, wait for this a lot, and we will definitely get started. All right, we definitely will. What's happening, Bob? Dude. Hey, I have this little thing that I made off of Bob in this picture. And pretty soon, I'm just working out stuff, but pretty soon you'll be able to maybe get one. And it's this little thing right here. And it lights up and it's really cool. And it's off of that picture right there. As you know, Bob is one of my main dudes in the Boneyard, along with, of course, Cotton Candy. Hello, Cotton Candy. How you doing? Today I'm going to be doing someone that everybody knows. And let's get started. All right, let's get started here. Okay, so this guy is a guy that he's been around for a little bit. He's been around for a little bit. Everyone I know, I seem to like him. Everyone seems to like him, right? He's got a great personality. I'm not going to say he's the friendliest of everybody in the Boneyard, but he is up there. He is up there. But he is up there in my world, in the Boneyard world. His first name is Philip. Not a lot of people know that. Now, most of the time, people that know of him from his just awesome pizza place, which is called Tibiaz Pizza. Now, he's been doing pizza in the Boneyard for a long time. Like, he was probably I don't know the number. I should actually get these numbers, but he was in two of his own pieces. He was in two of his own pieces with his employee. And I like his employee. His employee's name is Brian. And you don't see too much of him, but then you kind of do. So Brian is in a lot of pieces. Now, what's cool about Brian is he's a kid. So everywhere you see Brian, he's always on his cell phone. Always. He's in the hip joint, and he's a little waiter guy, and he's spilling drinks, of course, looking at his phone. He's in Tibiaz Pizza, which then again he is on his phone, not paying attention. He's in the trolley, in the San Francisco trolley, and of course on his phone. I just wanted to actually do it where he was just always preoccupied with all these different, things that made him that made him unique. So like you can see him. He's also in Bob's Funny Bone Tour shot. He's in there. And he's a funny character. I really like him. Now, some of these characters, I don't have names right away. Like him, I didn't really have a name when I first did him. Love the character, but didn't quite have a name for him. And I thought Philip would be a good name for him. Now, he's been making pizza forever and Italian food forever. Originally, he was taught by his mom. Now, if you've seen the original Tibiaz pizza, or you've seen a picture of it, his mom's picture is on the wall, and you see her behind this little pot, and it's pretty cool. So he originally learned how to cook from his mom, and like I said, that's why he's just an overall nice guy. Overall, he's just a kind-hearted guy. And all of us know kind of people like that. So, I mean, that's originally the reason I did it. And sometimes you'll see that in my characters where they have personalities. And everyone loves Philippe. He's good friends with Cotton Candy. She eats at his place all the time. I mean, I don't have pictures of that. This is just my story, right? Now, the places that you've seen Philip is the chef on the Wishbone, which is a fishing vessel. He is, of course, in Tibiaz Pizza, where he is, of course, the chef. He is in my backyard barbecue, and of course he's barbecuing. I was going to put him in the hip joint, but I thought, I got a lot of different people in the hip joint, and I kind of wanted to keep it not on a down low, but I just wanted to keep it a little bit I didn't find a need to put him into the hip joint. But Philip is a super nice guy. Like I said, he is one of, I don't want to say the founders of the Boneyard, but he was early on pieces. Even Tito's Tacos was one of my first originals, along with the auto shop, and my friends own those pieces. But Tibiaz Pizza was cool because I had him out, and this couple came, and this family came, and the son really wanted him. And so he couldn't figure out which one he wanted. And it was awesome. The mom just said, you know what, we'll take both. And I was just like, wow, it was really cool. It was really cool. So yeah, so she ended up buying both, which was amazing. And it was kind of cool that someone bought them both because they really kind of went together. The first one had Philip in there, and he was throwing up pizza dough, and his employee, he was of course on the phone, wasn't really paying attention. But the second piece was the employee out delivering Tibiaz pizza. So he was in the Tibiaz pizza van, and he's by the beach, so he's taking a selfie of himself, and the dogs are eating the pizza out of the back, which was really cool. Now it's funny, those two dogs you also see in the backyard barbecue too, and they're along with Philip by the barbecue. Don't worry, that's Yoshi. He still has that cough. We're thinking the vet is telling us it might be, believe it or not, congestive heart failure. But most of the time he's okay. Doesn't sound like it, huh? Where is he at? There he is. He's going to be sitting down in a minute and doing what he does normally right now. Most of the time what he's doing is sleeping. Now you got to remember, this poor guy is, not poor guy, he had a great life, but he's 16 years old. Way longer than most pugs or small dogs are supposed to be. But I think a dog is what an owner puts into him, right? And with Yoshi, I mean, he's had a great life. I mean, it's funny when we see him now, he's so slow, and because he's old, you know, and you look at him and we're like, man, you know. But then I remember him when he was young, and he was an animal, man. We used to crack up because he used to chase shadows. So when you were in the backyard and your shadow was going across the wall, he would attack the wall where your shadow was at. And we'd have to watch out because his lips would bleed from him trying to bite the wall or something. And believe it or not, that dog behind me has taken out 3 possums in his lifetime. One of them was probably bigger than he was. And that's surprising, right? For a pug, you're like, what? But yeah, I don't know. All right, so here's our Tibiaz pizza guy. He's coming out pretty good. Just gonna hydrate. All right, Philip's looking pretty good. Now it's funny, you know, people ask me, you know, you draw like overweight kind of characters, and I know my whole thing with the Boneyard was to take away race, and in the end, all of us are the same. when it comes down to us, all of us are bones, right? And that was my main goal. So I wanted to do all sorts of types of people, not just skeletons, right? I wanted to do big skeletons, small skeletons, you know, heavy skeletons, skinny skeletons. I wanted to do all that because I wanted to, have that, like I said, that difference, right? That show of different types of characters, and that's what I originally wanted. And that was my original goal, was to do that. I everyone that comes down, and comes down to the farmer's market and sees my stuff, they kind of get it. And it's always funny because when people first see my stuff, they kind of like it. They're like, oh, that's cool. But then it gets crazy because once they know the whole story and how it's a continuing story, it totally changes everything. On my YouTube channel here, you can watch kind of the whole explanation that I have on it. The video was recorded by Marco, my son, and like I said, he did a great job. But it kind of goes into the Boneyard and and a little bit about it. And what's cool is when that happens, man, it's like magic happens, especially if you're there looking at it. That's why a lot of times on my Instagram and stuff like that, you'll see me say, if you don't get it, come down and get it. Because you look at it and you just think, okay, it's just a skeleton, really? It's a skeleton with a chef hat on it. No, this isn't just a skeleton with a chef hat on it. This is Philip from the Boneyard. And he runs Tibiaz Pizza. And also cooks on the wishbone. That's who this is. It's just not another skeleton. Just like Bob, when you see Bob, it's not just some skeleton. It's Bob, lead singer to C8. On the Funny Bone tour. And he's also located on the Wishbone too. So there's a lot of, these are actual characters, family, people. Kind of what the whole Boneyard's about, is about normal, everyday people, and that I just make light of and, do different things with to make it funny and make you enjoy my world, the Boneyard. When originally I came up with Philip, I had just done the mandible tattoo, and I was like, I want to do something kind of everyday, right? Run of the mill, so to speak. So that's when I did, when originally I came up with it. And I wanted that kind of typical, pizza guy kind of thing. Well, that's what I originally wanted. So, but I wanted it, him traditional, kind of like Fonzie and Al's, I just wanted him to be the owner and it to be pretty traditional. But then I wanted the modern aspect, that he might not always be able to grasp. And that's, where his employee comes in and And it's funny because, his employee's always on the phone, and that's not by mistake, because I wanted it, him being this traditional guy. He has all these weird slogans in his restaurant where it's like, coming, 20 minutes fast and all this stuff. Because you can tell he's really trying. He's trying to make his business, the best. He's advertising in all sorts of different places. You can see some of his advertising, of course, on the Wishbone. You can see his advertising for his restaurant at Bob's Funny Bone Tour. And that piece was bought by a broker that runs a company called Clout9, and he originally bought that concert piece, and I show it a lot because he bought it right off the post. And he says, "Man, this is going to be one of your best pieces," and to this day I think it's one of my best. And but Tibiaz Pizza's on advertising there. It's pretty much, like I said, you'll see it all over the Boneyard. Because one of the things that I like doing is I like, almost like The Simpsons or whatever. In this world, there's only one beer that everyone drinks. There's a lot of alcohol, but most of the time what you see is Skull IPA. That's what Bob drinks. That's what I drink. Just kidding. But I've had some people ask me that I should work with a brewery and brew Skull IPA. That would be kind of funny. That would be funny. I mean, I think I truly would do that. Eventually, we're getting to a lot of different things, and we're getting to a lot of different things and doing a lot of things, and there's so many opportunities for the Boneyard. It's like crazy. But that's some good iced tea there. Almost tastes like lemons and ice with just a tad of tea. That's funny. But back to the tea. No, I'm just kidding. But for me, I do a lot in my world. I truly do, because to me, I mean, it's endless. I mean, I have so many ideas I haven't even done yet. It's like, what? It's like crazy. I'm telling you right now. There's stuff that I haven't even done yet that I can't wait to do. I have, there's a character that is on Bob's concert shirt that you can buy. His Funny Bone concert shirt. And it's a female artist. I'm thinking about doing that one next. I mean, I'm working on another giant piece, which is wrestling. But those pieces are so immense that sometimes it takes me a long time to not get motivated to do it, but to get motivated to do it. No, there's just so much to them, man. It's like crazy. If you go on my Instagram and look around, you can't miss this piece I'm talking about. That was bought by Clout9. It's immense. It's as big as the Wishbone. It's like 40 something by who knows what. And it's got, I don't even know how many skeletons. People have asked me, and now I don't even own it. So I gotta maybe have Nick count the skeletons for me, but there's a lot of skeletons in there. And you know, for me, I didn't want to do a world where you just look into this, like, sunset on another planet, or oh, the same characters in there, like it's one character that continues to show up, and that's what's cool. It's a nice background, and it's nice, all this stuff going on, and it's beautiful, but it's cool that there's that dog or that thing, and then it becomes like, what, a calling card or whatever on me. I really didn't want to do that. I wanted to create something that you would enjoy, that people would enjoy looking at, and enjoy what it was all about. That's what I really wanted. I wanted it to be something different, something fun, something that you can not only own, but continue to enjoy. And you might see these pictures somewhere else, or you might see this character somewhere else, and then it's almost like you kind of own the world, right? You own a lot about it. Now, what's funny is we do this all the time. This is nothing new. All right? We love our football teams and all this different stuff, and it's like, wait a minute, isn't that the same thing? Right? It's kind of the same thing, right? Where it's like we own it and we buy into it, and there we go, we like it, and that's the whole thing. I want everyone to enjoy it. And that's what I wanted everyone to do. I just wanted everyone to enjoy it. And I wanted everyone to enjoy the boneyard, and like I said, be able to see it in other pieces and be like, hey, wait a minute, that's my guy, right? That's why I have in my my picture that I own of the boneyard. I mean, that's what I really wanted, And like I said, I have so many different ideas, man. It's like, trust me. I mean, I don't even think I'll be able to do them all, because it's like there's so many. Like I just finished the 3-leaf clover, which is my Irish pub. You could definitely, if you wanted to, go down to the farmer's market and catch it, because it's pretty awesome. I mean, I think so. And like I said, it's called the 3-leaf clover. And it is an Irish pub. And it has a lot of fun stuff in it. Now, he's not in it. He's not in it at all. Because it was an Irish pub and I kind of wanted to have just all the just Irish kind of stuff. So I kept him out of it. Now it's funny, I hope that you guys remember or got to see this. You might not have. You might not have gotten to see this two pieces, you know? And I think that kind of sucks because I wish you would have, because they were great. I loved Tibiaz pizza. I just thought it was so cool. And it was one of those pieces that told a lot of the story of the Boneyard. And I'm very happy someone picked it up that really likes it. And you never know, one day he'll be like, yeah, I'm glad I bought this. It's worth $1 million. You never know. But anyway. All right. Yeah, it's funny. I tell people, hey, if you own, a Tibiaz pizza, if you own a piece of my work, go ahead and DM me sometime. I would love to see what it looks like on the wall. For me, I just love it, man. Because I have so many pieces now, it's like ridiculous out there. But I have so many pieces out there already that I would love to, you know, see what where people put them and how they look and whether hopefully they still enjoy them. Yeah, and it's funny because I even want to do some retro stuff. Like I wouldn't even mind doing his mom, and him as a baby. I did it on there's a bar scene with Sue, the bartender, and she is with Bob. And it's funny because there's a picture in that, just giving some stuff away for you boneheads. There's a black and white picture on the wall of Tibiaz Pizza when it first opened, and Philip is skinny, and it's so funny. And it just cracks me up because he's like all excited, open up Tibiaz Pizza. Why it's at the bar is who knows, could be their friends or something. Some of the stories I leave to the open imagination because I think that is cool. I don't want to tell the whole story because I want you to kind of help make up the story, right? But all right. Put a little sauce and a little dirt on his attire because, you know, he's a chef, for heaven's sake. All right, now let's do some other stuff. Let's do the time warp again. Okay. All right. I just figured pizza, I wanted to give him a kind of a red background, right? All right. Now we just do some last minute fish chips, last minute touch-ups, no? Because it's a spicy meatball. Now I can be found on Instagram. I can be found at the Grace Galleries in Laguna Beach, California. If you're ever down there, check my wall out. It's insane. No, it's really good. I'm down there. You can find me, like I said, on Instagram. My it's under my name, Frank W. Perine. It's also under Mf3 Studios. And all right, look at that. Well, Philip says thank you very much. I thank you guys for definitely watching my channel. I'm sorry that I've been off a little bit. You know, Halloween and it was crazy. So I'm gonna try to start getting on once a week. You know, with my silent producer. That is Silent, and I'm going to try to get on more and give you guys some more stuff to look at. Probably more Boneyard. I'm just like super excited. I got a lot of things going on with the Boneyard, from like the gallery in Laguna to new pieces that are coming out, and I'm still not doing prints. You know, I'm gonna start. The prints that I do are probably going to be digital, so I'm going to have the only prints that I'm going to make are out of my digital Boneyard pieces, not my canvas. So, and I'm not going to duplicate any of the canvas ones onto digital. So we're going to be kind of doing that pretty soon, hopefully. I appreciate everything that you guys have done and the support that you give me. I know those boneheads, you know how it is. Yeah, if you don't get it, you got to come down and get it. Because once you get it and you see everything in it and you understand what it's all about and you can be part of it, it's kind of cool. I hope that that's what I'm bringing to my fans of my art. Um, and I love you guys. Thank you very much for all the support. And we'll see you soon. Ciao.